It's 11:30. Just about dinner time, isn't it, or lunchtime? So I've got sandwiches today, some ham, some cheese and tomato ketchup, and these lovely stuffed olives with pepper and garlic. I love olives, literally. I could live off them. I've got a naughty little cake as well from the shop. You get a deal at the shop. I get a nice cup of coffee, a Costa from the machine on the way here, and I really love it. I love getting a little coffee, and you know, it's like a little routine, you know, and you could drive it in the van and you can feel the coffee, because I don't really have bought coffee very often, so it kind of gives you a little buzz and it's lovely. You get really excited coming down here, but they're doing a deal on these blooming pastries, so yeah, so that's why I've been having a few pastries recently. So I'd probably prefer it if they stopped doing the deal, because I wouldn't buy a blooming pastry then. But anyway, you only live once, don't you? One thing I wanted to sort of improve on the boat was this ladder that I've got, and there's a ladder down there, and having it on the side. I mean, I did get in, but the boat was a bit wibbly wobbly, and I'm reticent to, well, you know, a day like today, you'd be thinking, wouldn't you, with the boat bobbling and this way and trying to get on, and it's a big boat bobbling and being pushed onto you. So I actually wonder whether having it on the back would be better. So there's a few reasons for, you know, it's better on the back. First of all, look, you can see I can stand on the back of the boat. Look, and the boat doesn't move at all. There's a nice little platform there to get on and off. Obviously you have to be very careful of the engine, make sure the engine cannot be switched on, because we don't want to minced sailing with Dave. But then just where do you put that harness? So actually using that little block there, we're able to keep the ladder apart. And then what we could do, we could either do what I've done here, just attach a line to both pegs and then attach it here. I don't know whether this cleat would be strong enough. It could actually clip off here, but I don't know if that bolt would be strong enough. Got to be very careful with this bolt, these bolts. See, the ones at the bottom look a bit corroded actually. I need to sort those. But yeah, maybe not. But maybe you know, there's a better place to tie this line off. But then, as you can see, we've got the ladder out the back, and hopefully you can get on and off that way. I've been in the water once today. I don't want to get in the water again. So we might have to test that on a sunnier day, or maybe next summer. Now, I've got a reefed mainsail, but I can't use the reef, and the reason for that is I've only got one set of these chocks on my gaff. So I need, when the gaff goes up, I need to bring the gaff down, which means we need a set of chocks further up. Or what I've seen is a lot of people do is they put a hole through this and just use a knot, which I don't really want to. If I can not drill holes through things, I'd rather. But I've got this as well. So this is actually what you use on the mirror. Oh yeah, that would work. So actually what you could do is undo that quickly. We see, right, so the benefit of having the chocks is that I think that's a slip knot. That knot actually just needs to, so you can slip that up, bring it over and put it onto these set of chocks and then rehoist. But this, if it'll fit that, I think that would just fit. This would be, you'd have to put that line, you could use one of these and put the line through here and knot it. Only problem with that is that line is not going to fit through there, so yeah, that's not going to work, and I'm going to need to put a pretty big hole through there. So what I need to do is get a pair of these little chocks made up, which I can do myself, and then very carefully put them in here. When we get the sail up again, what I need to do is measure where the reef is, and then I assume you just need to lower the gaff by that much. So yeah, so I think chocks are the way to go. These are the drawers of my gaff. These Parral beads are just annoy me to hell. They just come undone. So they constantly come undone. And it's only these Parral beads that keep the gaff, you know, attached to the, you know, tight to the mast when it's all up there. So I've got these. I've just tied a nice new knot there. I'm going to fit these into here, and hopefully they'll be easier to tie up and they'll be more secure. I cannot get this knot undone for the life of me, so here goes. Bye bye old Parrals. Hello, lovely new ones. So let's tighten one end in like this. Other way. So nice and tight like that. And that's how that one was, wasn't it? So yeah, they weren't very tight at all. So let's just do that. And do like a figure 8 knot there, and then try and get it nice and flush to here. So that's nice and tight like that. And then the other side, I need to undo this, and then that would just come in like this. And we just have to tie that off, I guess, like that. So let's get them round the gaff. They would just come round like this. So get it around the mast, sorry. That would come round like that. Oh. And then we tie it round here like that. So I need to do that with 2 hands. So I've done like a round turn and 2 half hitches on there, and that should keep that nice and fast there. Now we can raise it. So I think this mast gets pulled back a little bit, and that's why you get, look, these shrouds are really loose. And if I just let it back again, the shrouds go tight again. Of course, when you're on a tack, it'll come back and come across. So this lot will go really loose. Now, I've never noticed that on the mirror dinghy. Maybe it does, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. But I think by tightening these up isn't going to really help the issue, because if you tighten these up, it's just going to pull it that way or that way and maybe back. So I think what we need to do is push it forward, and we need to just get this tighter. So I'm going to try and do that now. So I cannot get this any tighter. I might have got it a little bit tighter, but you can see by the time it gets here whether the rope stretches or not, I don't know. I have noticed on newer Drascombes up here there's like a little pulley, so that would work if there was like a dual pulley somehow that you could get a little bit more tension on. So maybe I'll look into that, just get a little bit more tension. But you can see here it's a little bit better, but not much. Maybe you just don't worry about it, and that's the way it is. Because these you can't really get any tighter now. I would like to try. So there you go. It's a Drascombe, isn't it? It's not meant to be tuned to heck, you know. It is what it is, isn't it? So here's my ensign, and one of the reasons I've not been flying it really is because it comes out of here too easily. Now I did rope it together, but I wanted something a bit quicker. So what I've done, I've just looped the little loop there that comes off the ensign, and I'm just gonna clip it round like that, and then whoa, yeah, that will not now come out, and we can fly the ensign every time we sail now, hopefully. Some moisturising, what's that? Oh, sun cream. Don't think we'll be needing that. I might just put that in the bag to take home. Got a horrible feeling we're not going to need any sun cream for the rest of the season now. The other thing I need to do as well is raise this a little bit, because it catches on this little U bend here. I could get rid of this because I don't really use it for much. You can see it just catches. If we could just raise that tiller up a tickle there. So I just need to collar this with something to sort of, I can't do it with one hand, but raise that up a bit. I think that would work. I use this U for all kinds of tethering loads of stuff off, you know, on it. I've got this little thing as well. Whoop, let me just get this little cheap shackle, D-shackle. I just realised I've been wanting to put that in here for ages. So let me, there we go. And what that will do is just stop this from coming off. Not really any security. I should really put a padlock on it, shouldn't I really? Not that I keep anything in there, so but I think, you know, if you are cruising and parking the boat up, mooring the boat up in places, a little padlock on there wouldn't go amiss.